Raf Goldberg says, are you familiar with Jordan Belfort's sales method? If so, what do you think? Yes, I've had a look at it, and I think there's some elements in it I like, but for the most part, I don't like it because you just have to look at the context. He was selling like scammy pink slip stocks in the 80s in a boiler room over the telephone. Like, that's very different. We're selling solutions to people in 2018, and when we're trying not to fleece them of all of their money. And we're actually not trying to sell them if we can't help them. So it's very different. I would say if you want to sell something to people that they probably shouldn't buy, and if you want to fleece a lot of people of their money, then that method's probably real good. But I don't really like it.
Now it amazes me. A lot of people when they start their business, they think that I'm not going to talk to anyone on the phone. I'm going to make my whole sales process automated. I'll create my little website and I'll put hire me. Here's a button to pay, and people are going to show up and just hit that button. Well, I tried that when I got started, and all it got me was like a ton of debt, and I was living in a garage with nothing. And let me tell you that if you follow that myth that you just build a website and put a button on the page, ain't no one going to be buying your stuff. And it doesn't matter what you do or how skilled you are or how much money you spend on ads, no one's going to be clicking that button. And it's because people need to go through a process to buy. They need to, be nurtured and walked through, a sequential set of steps. And they just don't see a button and then click it. That is not how things work. Now, the best way to convert someone into a customer is at the right point in time to get on the phone with them. I know it sounds basic, but honestly, most of the stuff that really works is basic. I can quite often tell who doesn't know what they're talking about when they make everything sound so complex. You probably heard all of my stuff and you're like, wow, it's so simple, it almost sounds like common sense. Well, let me tell you that common sense isn't common practice. And while a lot of other people are out there trying to do all of this complex shit and they're completely broke, I've been executing on common sense and keeping things simple, and I've made more than $10 million doing it. So this stuff works, and quite often you should focus on the simple stuff instead of trying to focus on the complex stuff. So we get on the phone, and on that phone call, we follow a very proven process. So we want to talk to the prospect, and we want to, first of all, start asking them about their current situation and their problem. So tell me how big your business is. How long have you been in business? How much money are you making? How many staff have you got? How are you currently getting customers? What's the best marketing thing that you've done so far to get customers? Whatever the questions are that are relevant to your niche and whatever you're doing, you would ask some different questions. And then we want to ask them what they want to achieve. So you're currently making this much with your business, and where do you want to grow it to? Like, what's your aspiration? What's your desire? And we find that out from them. And then there's a gap between those two things. Here's what someone currently has. Here's what they want. Now, the gap, the difference between someone's current situation and their desired situation, that is what creates business. That's what our entire economy lives on, is that gap. And the fact that human beings always have a discrepancy between where they are right now and where they want to be. And they pay money, they buy products, and they pay for services to bridge that gap. That's what the entire economy is built on, and that's what we do on our sales calls. And once we figure out that gap, we think, well, can we help this person solve that? And we should be able to help the person solve that problem. And then we say, well, hey, look, Joe, I can help you solve that problem. Here's what it would take to work with me. And you tell him your process and how much it costs. And then he should sign up or he won't sign up. Now, right now, if you follow the proven process to conduct one of these calls, we convert 25% of them. Now, when with my process, with the Consulting Accelerator, I show you how to create your offer and your service at not $1 less than $2,000 per month. So when you do my program, and all of my students, everyone that works with me, we have, high prices because we structure our business correctly, we choose the right niche, we choose the right problem, we do it all the right way from day one. It means we can charge high prices from day one. Now, this phone call here is a crucial part of the process. You can, to generate the appointments, and then you get on the phone call, it's a crucial piece there. And I've done more than 1,500 of these calls, probably more like 2,000 at the time where I shoot this video. And I've studied for years what works on these calls. I've recorded them all, and then I listened to the recordings. I sent the recordings to someone who transcribed them. And, I really studied and put so many thousands of hours into figuring this out. And I took all of my transcripts and all of my recordings, and I was like, what did I say that screwed that call up? And then I was like, what did I say that made that call go the right way? And what are the calls that close and end up in paying customers? What do they have in common that the ones that don't close, have in common? And I really studied this, and I figured it out, and I figured out the proven process. And when you join my program, the Consulting Accelerator, you get this proven process. And, if you're going to go at this alone, you're not going to know what to say on the calls, and you're going to mess it up. That's a fact. But when you join the Consulting Accelerator, you get the script, and you know what to do on the calls, and you can convert at 25% right out of the gates. And you don't only get access to the script, I give you a full walkthrough and training of how to use it. You get the script when you join the Accelerator program. So thanks everyone for watching this video today. I hope this is really showing you, an inside view of how I get clients and how my students get clients. And I hope it's really solved some problems for you, cleared some things up, and really served you.